What's up guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 books that I found really helpful in starting my entrepreneurial journey. Okay, so if you've scattered around YouTube and had a little look around, you'll probably see a lot of these videos about and you always get the same usual books. You know, you've got your Russell Brunson, you've got your Tim Ferriss 4-Hour Work Week. I tried to pick some books that were a little bit off of the radar that I found extremely helpful just in looking at things slightly differently. Okay, so number 1 on the list is going to be James Watt, Business for Punks. James Watt is actually one of the founding members of the Punk IPA lager, or beer, depending on which way you want to look at it. This book goes completely out of the norm. It completely turns business on its head. Although there are some underlying business theories in there, which you're going to get with any business book, the way that they go about marketing, I think, is what separates them from everybody else. And actually, it's shown in the growth that they've had in the company. It's written in a very off-the-cuff kind of take no shit sense, which I like. Actually, I really like it. Business, especially business books, can be very stuffy and corporate and all of that stuff, so this is definitely one for the books. Number 2 on the list is .com Secrets by Russell Brunson. Now, I know I said in the beginning that a lot of the standard videos that you find on YouTube will include these books, but there's for a very good reason. The Underground Playbook, the .com Secrets, was probably one of 2 or 3 books that I've actually reread and reread and reread. And actually, if you sat down with a pen and paper and went through every single little note and applied it to your own business, you end up with a massive amount of information that you can really use to market your business, whether it's a product or a service, to the right people. So it goes into detail about target marketing, goes into detail about how to tell a story, how to engage your audience, how to create a funnel, how to create a value ladder, value stacking, all of that sort of stuff, which actually not a lot of people actually put some time and effort into actually laying the decent groundwork for. So this one I would definitely advise to put it in your toolkit and reread it over and over. So, third up on the list is How to Win Friends and Influence People. This was probably one of my favourite ever books that I've read that has been recommended to me for business. And actually, it's not just relevant to business, it's relevant to any sort of interaction you have with anyone in your life. You do tend to get a lot more out of people if you're nice to them. And this is just a way of manoeuvring with people and appreciating people, and appreciating their situation, their hard work, and maybe the reason why they don't want to help you sometimes. So it's definitely one that you should keep in your arsenal and read over and over again, like the previous one. 4th on the list is Self-Made by Bianca Miller Cole and Byron Cole. For some of you, it may not be that you're in a position where you're starting from scratch, starting out in your business, whether it's a digital one, a physical product, digital product, anything like that. But for some of you it may be, and I know when I started it was very daunting to think of all the moving parts that you had to deal with, and all the things you had to think of and make sure you covered off. This book is actually literally a step-by-step on how to get started, how to network, how to market, how to write a business plan, financial plans, all of that sort of stuff. And like I said, although it's not relevant for some of you, it may be relevant for the rest of you. and it just gives you a place to start. And even if you have started, it's actually good to go back and revisit and go, okay, have I done this, have I done that, did I miss this off, I should try this. So yeah, so I would definitely recommend this one. And lastly is Why Now Is the Time to Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk. When I first started out on my entrepreneurial journey, Gary Vaynerchuk was a big influence for me. Everything he kind of said was just like, you know, get up and get going, basically, bloody do it. So this was the first book that I ever bought of his, and I know it's old, and I know some of it may not be relevant now, such as Flickr and, you know, WordPress, Tumblr. The laws, or not the laws, should I say, the principles that he talks about in this book, they are timeless. You can apply it to every aspect of business and your life as well. And actually, it's a tiny book. It's, you know, I think I read it in like a day. Not saying that you will, but you know, it's just how quickly you read. But it's something that you will read over and over again. As you can tell, probably it's a bit tattered and stuff. I have read this numerous times. And again, it's another one that you're going to want to refer back to and whatnot. But yeah, if out of any of his books that he's done, this is definitely probably the top one that I would recommend, and I've got pretty much all of them.
Next level.